JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Hi guys. Before we go into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Jolan Silvero denied bail, lawyers to file appeal. Former People's National Party Member of Parliament for Western St. Mary, Jolan Silvero, who is charged with the murder of his wife, has been denied bail. The decision was handed down in the Home Circuit Court this morning. He was remanded until September 26. Justice Vinnie Graham Allen had reserved the decision to grant bail at Silvero's last court appearance on May 2. The hearings are being held in camera. His attorney Peter Champagne, KC, says an appeal is a live issue.
We will have to assess the specific reasons for the denial of bail and determine the way forward. I will have to receive instructions, but I am inclined to say that the prospects of an appeal in terms of bail is a live issue.
Melissa Silvero, wife of the accused, was found in the couple's home in Stony Hill, St. Andrew, on November 10, 2023. It was first reported that the 42-year-old woman died in her sleep from natural causes. However, an autopsy performed 3 weeks after her death revealed that she died from gunshot wounds. 3 bullet fragments were found inside her body, which led the police to commence a murder investigation. Silvero, a 52-year-old businessman, was arrested and charged on January 18 with his wife's murder after investigators made a breakthrough in the case after ballistic test allegedly linked Silvero's licensed firearm to the shooting. Slain man may have been target of Wild Street attack. Head of the police's corporate communications unit, Senior Superintendent Stephen Lindsay, says one of the 2 men killed on Wild Street in East Kingston on Monday may have been the target of a gun attack. 20-year-old Troy Dennis and a 23-year-old Sabian Clark were killed during the drive-by shooting. A 15-year-old schoolboy, Marquise Morgan, was also shot and killed in the incident.
It's part of the gang conflict that's going on in that part of the community. It's a long-standing issue with gangs and gangs. They have been having some issues recently, and they suspect that it is as a result that we saw the incident happening yesterday afternoon. They are also looking at one of the individuals that may have been the target. He said at the moment they have at least 2 persons of interest that they are pursuing. They are looking into the matter, so they are making some inroad in the investigation based on where they are just now.
The father of Marquise Morgan is a member of the JCF. SSB Lindsay extended condolences to him and to the rest of the family.
Such people in the community that persons were just there and the incident happened. I mean, even the 15-year-old child that was killed, he's the son of a policeman, one of our frontline officers from another police division. So we also express our condolences to him.
Manchester student killed after being accused of stealing phone and money. Akila White, a 20-year-old student of the Catholic College of Mandeville in Williamsfield, Manchester, was stabbed to death on Monday morning by a fellow student at the institution. A 17-year-old boy has been taken into custody in connection with the killing. According to reports, White was sitting in her classroom shortly before midday when she was attacked and stabbed by a 17-year-old classmate. Deputy Superintendent Kerry Duncan, head of the Manchester Police, said that another 17-year-old student sustained knife wounds in the incident and has been hospitalized for treatment. According to DSP Duncan, shortly before 12 o'clock, White and other students were inside their classroom when a dispute arose over a missing phone and money. He said the 17-year-old became angry and ran to the nearby tuck shop. He later returned with a knife and attacked White, who was stabbed in the chest. The other student was stabbed when he came to her assistance. The boy ran from the institution but was chased and held by concerned citizens. DSP Duncan said the boy is being questioned by CIB detectives. Achilles' mother, Marian White, who struggled to find words following the incident, remembered her daughter as being very nice and recalled their last conversation earlier on Monday when Akila texted her to inquire whether she was all right and had eaten. Ex-cop charged in $2 million abduction and robbery in St. Thomas. An ex-policeman is facing several criminal charges for his alleged involvement in an abduction and $2 million robbery, his attorney has confirmed. Lonnie Pierce was charged by detectives on Tuesday with kidnapping, use of a firearm to commit a felony, robbery with aggravation, assault to common law, and breach of the Corruption Prevention Act, his attorney Donovan Collins disclosed during an interview. Pierce was picked out of a line During an identification parade held on Monday, Collins confirmed it is unclear if charges have been laid against a serving police constable who remains in custody for his alleged involvement in the robbery. But according to Collins, his client's employer has shown police investigators surveillance camera footage which clearly showed Pierce at work in St. Mary at a time that would make it impossible for him to be in St. Thomas committing the alleged offense. For some strange reason, the police officers from iProbe have failed to take the footage or the device as part of the investigation, Collins said, making reference to the Police Internal Affairs Unit, Inspectorate and Professional Standard Oversight Bureau. This, in my opinion, is indicative of the bias that some investigators operate with when conducting investigations. Collins said his client has been cooperating with the investigators from the outset and that he directed them to the address of his employer where he was apprehended. Investigators believe the victim of the $2 million robbery, which took place in St. Thomas recently, was set up by a close friend who he told that he had collected a large sum of cash. He reportedly told investigators that his abductors warned him that they would lose him if they were not paid millions of dollars for his release. The victim got the funds and gave it to his abductors, and then he was released. He was warned not to report anything to the authorities. He did, and the investigation began, a source said. Residents of First Row St. Andrew living in fear, a commonly held view that wanton violence and crime cripples economic and social stability, was put to test in communities of West Row St. Andrew over the past week, with several violent incidents occurring within hours of each other. The hour of a string of murders, an arson attack, shootings, and brazen robberies, all within the course of 7 days, has caught the attention of the police, political representatives, and the citizenry, with businesses feeling the pinch. Among those recording incidents of serious crime were the adjoining communities of Stony Hill, Golden Spring, Mount James, Temple Hall, and Lawrence Tavern. The place coming like a ghost town and people are afraid to move about, a resident said. The police send a permit now run for people keep them events if a crime continue. The police still will straight up, so the youth them now behave. At the Golden Spring Community Center last Thursday, the police met with stakeholders in an effort to alleviate fears and reassure citizens that law enforcement would not stand by and watch the usually vibrant space become deserted. However, almost immediately after that first step towards intervention, there was a shooting and attempted robbery incident in All's Green Friday night and the 2 separate daylight robbery incidents in Golden Spring and the Stony Hill on Saturday. A gas station was robbed in Golden Spring and a cash pot outlet in Stony Hill Square. A former crime fighter who served the community is calling for the authorities to do more. If the police don't get more boots on the ground, it's going to be problematic. Stony Hill Police Station serves over 50 communities and Lawrence Tavern about 52. They need more police and vehicles to match the hilly terrains. The place will break out like a sore, the retired police officer, who opted not to be identified, said. On the heels of the robbery on Main Street in Stony Hill, Tasha Swap, counsel for the Stony Hill Division, said that she was aware of the incidents and the general violence in the community she served, but that she was confident police investigations would unearth the root cause. We do not want a repetition of this. We hope that the Jamaica Eye will be able to pick up what transpired and whoever is responsible will be found, said Schwab. Jamaica Eye is a national closed-circuit television surveillance program. In relation to the murders and shootings, Schwab said those incidents, based on our own checks, were not political. Schwab represents a division for the Jamaica Labour Party, while Julie Cuthbert Flynn, also the JLP, is a member of Parliament for West Rural St. Andrew. We had a meeting with the police and they have outlined their findings so far. It has nothing to do with politics. It is family feud, friend feud, and other unresolved issues and such, Schwab said. She said the police are trying to get to the bottom of what the factors causing the violence are to see if restorative justice efforts through mediation and counseling could assist in resolving the issues. We need to be cognizant that within most of these communities, a lot of the factors are related to each other. They grew up together and their families and friends, Schwab said. On May 4, Richard Graham was shot to death and a drug vendor injured in the same attack in Golden Spring Square. That marked the 3rd gun murder in that location in less than a year. Earlier that Saturday, a motorcyclist was shot and killed after reportedly he made a U-turn to watch a robbery in progress in 15 miles Temple Hall. Last Wednesday, a popular taxi operator who went by the name Crocs was shot and killed about 5:15 a.m. as he was about to leave his home in Rocky Valley in Stony Hill. Unconfirmed reports are that he was to migrate on Friday. Last Thursday morning, an arson attack and a shooting occurred at a home along Erie Castle Road in Stony Hill. Residents were awakened by loud explosions, thick chunks of smoke, and sirens from police and fire trucks. Two occupants of the house escaped unharmed after men with high-powered weapons knocked on the door and then opened fire. The two-bedroom house was subsequently set ablaze. When you see these kinds of acts of violence, you know it's not local. It appears, as word on the ground suggests, that the violence is being fueled by importees. Lighting a house with a family inside is what we usually see associated with areas like Maxwell and Spanish Town, not Stony Hill, a resident said, adding that she has never been so fearful in all her 45 years being a resident in the community. Superintendent Sharika Service, commanding officer for the St. Andrew North Police Division, said law enforcement was of the view that the Rocky Valley murder and arson attack incidents were related. Investigations continue in this regard to see what connections, real if any, there are between the arson, shooting, and the murder, which have occurred in Rocky Valley, Superintendent Service said. The police have since stepped up patrols with the assistance of the military, who have been doing round-the-clock coordinated search activities to prevent any further disruption. I feel safe when I see the police and soldier them because I've never seen West Royal St. Andrew like this. We can't catch a break. It's just one thing after the next, and everybody is fearful. Murders, robberies, shootings, no sir. Innocent people don't stand a chance against the sort of violence playing out on the hills, a business operator said. The residents and business community are calling for greater attention and for it to be constant as the areas of the potential to drive national crime statistics through the roof. As at May 4, the St. Andrew North Police Division recorded 17 murders on par with the comparative period last year. There was a 23% increase in shootings, with 5 more incidents than the corresponding period in 2023. Rape is down 50%, robbery down 47%, and break-ins have declined by 46%. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.